All right, today we're going on a quest, and this is a really important one for anyone who owns a website. We're talking about getting that little padlock icon. You know the one. It's basically the universal symbol for, hey, this site is safe. It's all about turning your site from a potential risk into a trusted refuge. So let's dive in.
Okay, let me start by asking you something. Is it possible that your website, right now, is scaring visitors away? Like the second they land on your page? It's kind of a scary thought, right? But honestly, for a lot of site owners, it's the reality. And this is the villain of our story. That awful, not secure warning. You've seen it. It pops up and in a fraction of a second screams to your visitors, hey, don't trust this place. And just like that, they're gone. They click away before they even get a chance to see all your great content. It's an absolute credibility killer. And that's exactly the problem we're going to solve today.
Look, ignoring this warning is a massive mistake. This isn't just about making your site look pretty. No. This is about protecting real data, building actual trust with your visitors, and believe it or not, it even affects how well you show up in Google search results. Your website needs a shield, and in this explainer, we're going to build one, step by step. So if that warning is the villain, then this is our hero, the SSL certificate. The easiest way to think about it is like an official ID badge for your website. It proves you are who you say you are, but more importantly, it creates this secure, encrypted tunnel, kind of like a secret handshake, between your site and anyone who visits it.
And you know what? Completing this quest comes with some pretty awesome rewards. First off, you're protecting sensitive user data, things like passwords and payment info. That's just non-negotiable these days. Plus, Google actually likes secure sites, so you get a nice little boost in search rankings. Your visitors, they're way more likely to stick around, to trust you, to buy from you. And you stay on the right side of privacy laws like GDPR. I mean, every single one of these is a huge win.
Okay, time to get practical. The first part of this whole journey is picking the right tool for the job. We got to arm ourselves with the correct certificate. So your options really boil down to three main types. First, you've got domain validation, or DV. If you have a blog or a simple info site, this is perfect. Then there's organization validation, or OV. This is for businesses, and it adds another layer of professional trust. And finally, for the big leagues, like major e-commerce or financial sites handling super sensitive data, you've got extended validation, or EV. That's the gold standard.
But here's the really good news. For almost everyone with a WordPress site, we're talking blogs, portfolios, small business pages, probably your site, that simple, basic DV certificate is all you need. Seriously, you don't have to overcomplicate this. The best solution here is usually the easiest one. And getting one is pretty straightforward too. Option 1, and the easiest, is your hosting provider. Most of them offer free SSL certificates through something called Let's Encrypt. Option 2, you can buy a more advanced one directly from a certificate authority. Or option 3, you can use a service like Cloudflare, which usually includes a free SSL as part of their package. Okay, you've got your certificate. Now we've reached the main event of our quest, the installation and setup. This is where we actually put that shield in place. Now, if you're doing this the manual way, maybe using a tool like cPanel, it's really just a 4-step deal. You log in, find the SSL section, paste in the stuff your certificate provider gave you, your key, your certificate, and so on, and then you just click Save. That's it. Simple as that. But what if you're using managed WordPress hosting? Well, it gets even easier. All those manual steps we just talked about, forget them. It's usually just a single switch you flip in your dashboard. I'm not kidding. One click can secure your whole site. It's one of the best things about using a managed host. Okay, so the certificate is installed on your server. Great, but we're not done. There is a super crucial next step. You have to tell WordPress itself to actually use this new secure connection for, your entire site. And I can't stress this enough. You need to go into your WordPress dashboard, head over to Settings, then General. In there, you'll see your site's addresses. You have to manually change them from HTTP to HTTPS. That S is the magic letter. This tells WordPress, hey, from now on, the secure version is the real version. All right, one last bit of enforcement. See this little block of code? This goes into a file on your server called .htaccess. The best way to think of this is like a bouncer at a club. It stands at the door, checks everyone's ID, or in this case, their URL, and if anyone tries to get in using the old insecure HTTP address, this code grabs them and says, nope, you're going over to the secure HTTPS version. It does it automatically every single time. Okay, just one final bit of cleanup, I promise. You have to make sure that every single thing on your site, every image, every internal link is also using that HTTPS address. Because if even one little thing is still using the old HTTP, you get what's called a mixed content warning, and poof, your padlock disappears. The good news is, a simple plugin like Better Search Replace can hunt all those old links down and fix them for you automatically. Super helpful.
And just like that, victory. You did it. But you know, the quest for security is never really over. So now we're going to shift gears from setting things up to keeping things safe.
Seriously, take a second and just look at this transformation. On the left, you've got that scary warning pushing people away, and on the right, a secure URL with that beautiful trust-building padlock. You've completely changed how people see your site the moment they arrive. This right here, this is the payoff for all that work.
But hey, don't just take it for granted that it's working. You gotta verify your success. First, just go to your site and look for the padlock. Simple enough. But then use a free tool, something like SSL Labs SSL Test. It runs a really deep scan of your setup. It'll give you a full report card and tell you if your new shield is working perfectly.
Okay, I want you to remember a number. 90. Just 90. What could that possibly be about?
That's how many days a standard free Let's Encrypt certificate lasts. 90 days. And this brings us to a really important lesson. Security isn't something you do once and forget about. It's more like a subscription. Your shield needs to be maintained. Otherwise, it's just going to expire.
But of course, there's a pro tip to make this super easy. Just head back into your hosting dashboard one more time and look for an auto renewal option. Find it and turn it on. That way, your host will take care of renewing it for you every 90 days, and you never have to think about your shield accidentally dropping.
So there you have it. You've won the padlock. Your site is now technically secure. Awesome. But let me leave you with this one last thought. Is getting that padlock enough to truly earn your visitors' trust? Or is it really just the very first step on a much bigger journey of building a truly reliable and trustworthy online presence? Something to think about.